This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with another First Impressions, and this time it's Werewolf, the Apocalypse Earthblood. What a name, right? I know nothing about this game other than I think it's supposed to be like action hack and slash. So, um, yeah, see, there's like a werewolf there. He's all buffed out, ready to kick some ass. Kick some ass. Kick some ass. But yeah, I think this game's relatively new. It's like within, at least by the time of this recording, it's been out within like the last so many months or whatever. So, let's see. Yeah, subtitles on. Yeah, sure, we'll leave the tutorial on just in case. Objective labels. I don't know what. Okay, I guess we'll leave those on. Nope, vibration off. I hate vibration. Yeah, we'll leave off that. Brightness. I usually have trouble seeing, so sometimes I have to turn it up. Although this isn't as bad, like as some games give you the default, so that's good. Sound. And we'll turn down everything just a smidge. Just for like sound editing purposes and stuff like that. Wow, look at all these. Most of them look pretty straightforward. Okay. Oh, yes I do. Alright, well, now that that's settled, what does the bonus have? Replay intro. Okay. Oh yeah, when I first installed this, I like a video played, but I was like, oh, better leave this for the video, and then it didn't play when I started, so I guess I have to, so let's do that. Well, kind of looks like the game's kind of like a sci-fi game with elements of werewolves in it or something like that. And I don't think this has anything to do with the Werewolf the Apocalypse, like, because there's a gaming franchise done by White Wolf. I think it's called like Werewolf something. I don't know if it's called Werewolf the Apocalypse. I mean, it could be based off that, but I didn't see anything in the scenes to indicate that. But I could be wrong. So let's just play the game and kind of figure out where to go from there. Okay, just new game. Let's see. For players wanting the story, for those looking for a balanced experience, we'll just do normal. Tarker's Mill vicinity. The product of Tarker's Mill is set on driving the Endron Corporation out of their territory. After several weeks of preparation, they finally have a plan. No, it calls them the Garu and everything like that, so maybe they are a... Well, no, Garu is a... Isn't that Spanish for wolves or something like that? No, if they mention like Bruja and... Oh no, Bruja is a... Isn't that the werewolf clan? I'm mixing up my vampire and werewolf like clans now. No, Bruja is vampire. I'm trying to remember the different clans of werewolves now. I didn't play much of the werewolf tabletop game. Same with vampire. I played the Vampire the Masquerade video game, but that said, I know a little bit about the books, but like I said, I never actually ran a campaign. I wasn't a big fan of the storyteller system myself, but I know that there's fans of it. But anyway.
The Wild. The Weaver. And the Worm. 3 primal forces from which the world Gaia springs. The Wild is creation, formless and abundant. The Weaver shapes, making order out of chaos. The Worm, whose purpose was to destroy the old, to make room for the new, went mad. Now, a force of corruption, feeding on greed, malice, and hate. It ravages Gaia. Through its unwitting accomplices, mankind. The balance between those 3 forces is long gone now. Insidiously, the worm gains more and more ground every day, vitalized by the damage humans have brought to the earth. We, the werewolves, remain, born of man, beast, and spirit. We are the vindication of Gaia and the Wild.
All right. They should be ready now. The best way to get Indran out of the region is to attack their bottom line. We have a plan to convince them there's no profit to be had here. Ludmilla, if you please.
I've recently gained access to the system that controls all the on-site oil pumps. That's our target. We tamper with the pumps and send dummy data to the system to make them think their oil field has run dry.
Will that really be enough?
According to the internal files I got my hands on, they treat unprofitable sites like gangrenous limbs. They'll give this one the chop right away.
I like how the game starts off with this like really nicely rendered cutscene in the beginning intro where the lady's talking about the world, and then we get this like crappy like like standard asset stuff right here. The animation for movement is terrible. It's it's not that bad, but it's like it's such jarring, and that's with a lot of modern games where you like have this break presentation like, oh man, this looks really great, and then when you actually get to the actual in-game like assets and design, you're like, oh god. But you know what, it's in the end it's like about the gameplay, because I've played some pretty crappy looking games and they played well or the story was interesting, so I got around that. It's like what's that one company, not Frogware. They make like a bunch of RPGs that are like weirdly average but interesting. Like they're not great, but they have like a lot of interesting aspects. Like they did like the Techromancer, and they did like a fantasy game. They did like a weird sci-fi, like something Mars. I always found those interesting. No, it's from Spiders. That was the group. They were called Spiders. Was their game company name, and they always made interesting games. Not great games, just interesting. And I liked playing them, despite the fact that usually their in-game like graphics and everything didn't look as good. But anyway, I'm diatribing. We can talk while we play the game. So let's see. I guess we got a decision tree system similar to like Mass Effect or something like that. So it's too easy.
I don't know. Even if we do manage to push them out, they'll only set up somewhere else. We need to hurt them, bring them down, not chase them away.
We've already talked about this, Cahal. They're too close to the cairn. If we stage an attack, they'll look for the ones who did it. I don't want Indran's eyes on our home. Our best option is to work in the shadows.
But if something goes wrong, my wife ends up on her own in enemy territory. I don't like it.
I'm going to be fine, Cahal. We've been preparing this for weeks. We've calculated the risks.
And if there's any sign of trouble, you and I go in and retrieve her. But I'd rather we stay covert. Ludmilla will have the easiest time on her own.
I'm heading out. I want to be done before daybreak. Take care of Adana while I'm away. I think she's going a little crazy all cooped up in here.
Man, the characters are so stiff, and the talking animations are so stiff too. You can tell that they like put all their work into the animatic. So basically, this game seems to be extreme Greenpeace. Well, sort of. Anyway, we are there for Gaia. She worries about her daughter. Yeah, doesn't matter, I guess.
Don't worry, I'll talk to her. You just focus on your mission.
Cahal, I've got this. I love you. See you soon.
She's gonna die, isn't she? That sounds about right, but hey, let's play the game. I wonder if those decision trees actually affect anything. Because there's been some games that have decision trees, but they don't really do anything. They just kind of give you some interactivity during like conversation bits, you know, where those can, depending on the game. But anyway, let's look around.
We've been stuck in this cave for weeks studying Endrin's movements. At least now we finally got a plan. I hope we're done here soon.
Well, depending on if we want the plot or drama to get going, it's hard to say.
Endrin, one of the most destructive companies North America has to offer, known for their violence and endless greed. If we left them to their own devices, they'd ravage this place till there was nothing left but dust.
Oh man, left to dust to sand, you say?
I don't like thinking that Ludmilla's on her own, Rodko.
I understand. She's my sister, remember?
I love how when people just bring this up like we don't know that or something like that. Lazy exposition, how I love it. It was like, we know she's her sister. Like, our character, the player we're playing as, should know this already. It's like when people say in movies, as you know, and then they explain it anyway, and you're like, oh god. Should have sent Rafik. I don't know who that is.
What about Rafik? He never leaves his lupus shape. No one would have noticed him.
I gave it a lot of thought. Her chances of success are better if she's alone. It's as simple as that. If things don't go as planned, you can tear through as much Endrin scum as you like to get her out. But for now, we stay put. Go. Rest while we wait.
By the way, I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop crapping on the game now because no one wants me to play the whole game crapping on it, because at some point, like, we just have to let the game speak for itself, like gameplay and story-wise and everything.
Not looking forward to packing all this up tomorrow morning.
No one ever wants to package up stuff. Hello, random. Okay, you're just gonna stand in a T-pose. Well, not T-pose. T-poses if your arms are sticking out. Now that would be funny if this game was like, this game is patched. The game, my system patched it before I could stop it, because usually I kind of like playing these games pre-patched just to see how bad it was before the game was fixed, but oh well.
Ava did an impressive job installing all this. I'll have to thank her for this later.
It was like a generic computer thing from like a RoboCop scene or whatever. Let's talk to this girl who looks almost similar to the other female character. Like, they didn't change the model too much. They just slapped some different skin model on her or something, and some tattoos.
Not a lot to square away. All I'm doing is pressing a button once Ludmilla gets me hooked up. Still got a ways to go before I can do much more than that. If I tried to breach their network, they'd be on us in a second.
So she's our werewolf hacker, I guess?
Says the woman who got her hands on their files. We'd never have been able to take the fight to Endron like this without you. Besides, you installed all of this on your own. Have faith in your abilities.
That's sweet, Cahal, but I just wish I could do more. But how are you doing? Talk to your daughter yet?
No, not yet. I'm just heading her way.
Man, we've got a guy who's got a, wife and daughter, and they're doing dangerous things with this corporation. Nothing could go wrong. Do we have to talk to our daughter? I don't want to talk to our daughter. I don't want to be terrible. I want to be bad dad.
What do you think, old friend? Yeah, that makes two of us. Not too keen on this plan.
It makes sense. Usually in these werewolf stories, there always is that one character that stays feral, doesn't like being in their human form after a certain while, so they just become basically the dog character who can understand them. But wow, it's almost like you look just like a shorter model of the female character, the wife character, but with just different hair. I'm just saying, folks.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm bored out of my mind. There's nothing to do here, and it's wet and miserable.
You must be patient, young Padawan.
Don't worry, our work here's nearly finished. You'll be back at the cairn with your friends before you know it.
I know, but why'd you have to drag me out here in the first place? It's not like you've got me doing anything out here.
Your mom wanted you to come along, so you could see what our field missions entail.
They entail a bunch of bullshit. All we ever do is watch and take notes. We're not accomplishing anything.
Language, young lady. And preparation is key. Know how your enemy will respond before you move. Foe stripped of surprise is fangless.
Why didn't you go with Mom anyway? She's all alone out there. If something happens to her...
I wish I could have. But Rodko wants us to keep a low profile. And there's no one better at that than your mom.
Rodko's a dumbass.
Hey, that's your uncle you're talking about. And the leader of our pack. You know it's his job to make those decisions. And like I said, all that observation we were doing was minimizing the danger. Your mother will be just fine, Adie. Don't worry.
I mean, I understand them using the same model as the wife, because obviously, you want to take your traits from both the mother and the father to create the child, but I feel like they didn't actually do that. They just took the female model and just shrunk her down and put a different hair on her, and boom, you've got daughter. So anyway, time to sleep.
Shit. Cahal, wake up. I'm gonna need you.
We got a problem here. Ding! Can we talk to anyone else before we get to the plot? No? Alright. Let me guess the... Oh.
What's happening, Dad? Is Mom okay?
Don't worry, Adie. Your mother knows what she's doing. I'm sure she's fine.
She's fine. She's got plot armor. It's fine.
A helicopter just touched down on the site's landing pad. Apparently it's some Endron exec. Their presence is shaking things up.
Husband, wife.
Tell me Ludmilla's okay.
She's okay. They've still got no idea she's on site. But their guard patrols have changed, and certain areas are locked down. And that includes the one Ludmilla's in.
So what's the plan now?
The mission's sunk. We go in there, get her out, and wait for things to quiet down. But to get her off site, the locked-off areas need to be manually unlocked. And Ludmilla's stuck on the wrong side.
Shit.
Fortunately, she has already secured a terminal. She'll guide you to her location over the radio. Go now. Bring her back. There's no time to waste. My sister needs you.
Well,
Ludmilla, I'm on my way.
Remember, stay out of sight. I'll open any door I have access to through their network. I've opened all the external ducts.
alright, gotta save the wife. She's in. Oh, we can actually jump and stuff like that now. Finally, maybe we could have before, and I just wasn't messing with the button combinations. Okay. Oh, we do have a run button. Okay, cool. Run, jump. Okay, can't do any combat stuff yet because obviously. Oh, well, there you go. Run is Cahal, Cahul, the Owls of Gahul, or whatever. No, wait, that I've actually never watched that movie. I'm just aware of it. The Lupus. Press circle to shift Cahal into his Lupus form. The size and speed of the Lupus allow him to sneak into many places without being noticed, but the Lupus can't use technology, and if seen, will cause humans to react. It's a big goddamn wolf! Of course he would. No. That's just easy as that, huh? Okay. Nice to know. It's not like the American Werewolf in London where it takes like 10 minutes to transform or whatever. Although those were good effects.
I'm locked in the turbine room in the center of the site. You'll have to get here without being seen. The area you're passing through should be deserted right now, though.
Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, there. And then we stay crouched. I guess we're in sneaky mode. Must.
Door's locked. Ava?
There's gotta be a terminal close by. Find it. Oh, and deactivate any cameras you see while you're at it.
Deactivate cameras. Penumbra vision. Press L1 to toggle the penumbra vision. Penumbra vision allows Cahal to peer into the spirit world, letting him sense things such as threats, spirits, and their connections. Almost kind of reminds me of Shadowrun for some weird reason. Okay, I guess I'm just trying to see if I can actually stand up or not. Looks like I'm stuck sneaking. Probably because we're in a dangerous situation, so. Oh, okay. Open the door. Turn off the cameras. And now we're the perfect. Oh, and that's what, if you press that, that's supposed to tell me where the technology, where I'm supposed to go to activate that door, so. Sneaky wolf. Aroo! I mean...
Guards. Ludmilla, we got a lot of company.
The arrival of the Endron exec has changed their setup. Tell me where you are.
I'm somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, it won't let me not crouch because I guess we're just supposed to be sneaky. I kind of rather crouch when I tell myself to, but whatever. Observe the humans.
I'm looking at the southern part of the outer fence. And a shit ton of guards. There's no way I'll be able to make a move without being seen.
Southern part of the outer fence. Got it. There. That should distract him for a few minutes. But if a guard does see you...
He won't live long enough to raise the alarm. They sold their souls to Endron. They don't get any mercy.
Hell of a time for a malfunction. I'll go check it out.
Well, we've got to have an action game, so we can't just, like, not go through the whole game without killing anyone. Well, unless you're Metal Gear Solid, but that's a different game. No one ever talks about Metal Gear Solid anymore. It's old news bears. Everyone's talking about Werewolf Apocalypse. No, sorry. I don't know why. Sometimes I'll just get into moods where I'll just be, like, crapping on games for, like, no reason. Other than I'm, like, just in a mood to do it. So, I do apologize. It's fun to do that every once in a while. Takedown is one of the way of dealing with unalerted guards or civilians. Takedowns will increase Cahal's rage. The more rage, the more dangerous the Krenos will be in combat. The Krenos? Krenos? Whatever. Okay. They'll be very mad, man.
Cost it? I don't care. Just want it fixed and fast. Some big shot just arrived on site. Folks upstairs want everything to be perfect.
And they're going to take forever to fix it because, you know. And he he glitched through. We already got game with bad graphics when a character just, and this is with the patch, by the way. We're gonna have fun. We have fun here. Or glitching through doors and stuff like that. So you know this is gonna be good when we're doing stuff like that. I'm just waiting for T poses to appear, and I don't think there's ragdoll physics in this game, so we won't get silly stuff like that. Although even well-designed games that have ragdoll physics can't prevent the game from, like, having the characters do weird stuff when they get killed or whatever. The crossbow. Hold L2 to unsheath the crossbow and press R2 to shoot. Crossbow is another way to get rid of threats. Its bolts are limited and must be refilled. And they're quiet, too, for the most part. I mean, the game does make a ka-thunk when it shoots, but you know. Can you keep grabbing more, or is it just... You know, we can keep... Too bad we can't max out. We can only grab 3 at a time, so... Oh well. Makes sense that they would not want to make noise, because... You know, believe it or not, folks, putting a silencer in a gun does not make it super quiet like in the movies. The gun is quieter, comparatively, but...
I'm in the refinery.
Perfect. I'm not far now. Nearly at the passageway leading into it.
But the gun is still pretty loud, even with a silencer on. Because the silencer cannot, because of just the combustion. Maybe in the future, or maybe there's some technology where they're pretty good silencers, but right now, guns with silencers still make a lot of noise. Just not as loud as like it could be, that's all. Especially if you're right near it, so...
Shit! Something's following me.
What is it?
I think it's a black spiral dancer. He's...
Ludmilla, just hold on. Fuck. Rodko.
I heard. No more sneaking around. We fight. Now go. I'll meet you with Rafik.
I'm done fucking around.
Well, that sneaking section was rather short. The Krenos, or Krenos? Krenos? I mean, quick attack, strong attack, jump attack. Combine quick attack, strong attacks, and jump attacks to perform combos and raise the Krenos' rage. A rage multiplier is applied as long as the Krenos is not interrupted. I'm just gonna keep switching forward. Oh, we can even grab the guys too. Oh, you can tell that this is, like, these people are nothing because of just like how it works. Huh. Wow. This reminds me of like one of those arcade like hack and slashes where you use the analog controllers to like shoot in a certain direction because of the way the camera works, like Smash TV or something like that. Press circle and L to dodge. Use dodge to avoid enemy attacks. Dodge is followed by quick or strong attacks lead to new attacks. Sorry, I could have grabbed him. I could have grabbed him! Yeah, so far, I mean, nothing too crazy about the hack and slash part of it. Hopefully there's like a bit more to it.
Cahal, I've hacked into their system. Now, stay low. I can see they've got snipers in the next room.
Stay low, but we've already caused mass chaos, so... But I hope there's more to it, because otherwise I could see this getting pretty repetitive pretty quickly. L2 and square to leap. A leap is a special move that consumes rage. Leap on a guard to kill him promptly. Okay. Kind of reminds me of like wearing the Sabretooth outfit in Sly 3 combat stances. Press R2 to switch between heavy and agile stances. Agile stances bring speed. This kind of reminds me of Witcher 2 when, or was it Witcher 1? Well, I think Witcher 2 had different stances as well, but Witcher 1 had like a ton of different stances to switch between the different monsters. Unfortunately, they took that out in the last game or whatever, but I kind of understand that they were trying to get a mass appeal after that point. So, heavy stances offer resistance and strong attacks. Each stance has its own set of special moves. Oh, and agile stance brings speed and rage generation. Switch between the two stances for better effectiveness in combat. I wonder if they say to switch it, but you could just as easily just stay in like one stance and be fine. But I don't know. We'll see. Actually, let's see what happens if I attack this guy in a quick stance. I'm still doing damage. I'm just not doing it as fast as if I was in a strong stance. So I guess there is a reason to switch, which is good to know. Unstoppable! Mega kill! Can't get stopped now. Ultra heavy combo. Mega destruction, Antoine.
I'll open that for you. Just watch out.
Okay, at least the different stances give you something to have to switch to combat, so that's good. It doesn't mean you'll have to actually somewhat pay attention, which is good. Silver damage. Silver is the Krenos' weakness. Silver damages will lower the maximum health of the Krenos for the rest of the fight. Same as, oh no, that's iron. That's for, like, elves or fae, spirits, or whatever. Well, I guess I could have jumped a left attack them or whatever, but, yeah. Looks like you can get hurt pretty easily in this game because my health bar is already at half. Especially if you get shot with a gun. Hold L2 and X to partially heal the Krynos. Healing throughout a fight is important. Beware, healing costs rage. Cypher rage. Okay. I don't know why I thought of that all of a sudden.
What are we supposed to?
Okay, so rage is that yellow bar. Looks like we got pretty good rage. Well, that's my secret, folks. I'm always raging. Rage and Cajun. I might as well heal myself up some more. Whoa! And of course I get hit by the silver attack. I didn't dodge fast enough. I wonder how many different executions there are. Probably not many. Oops. Yeah, now I have to. Now because I've been hit with silver, I'm not full. But oh, whoa! He just popped up out of the wall like a goddamn Jack in the Box. Oh, that was kind of cool, actually. A different blood. I wonder if was that already there before, or was that created via the combat? Let's see. Oh, okay. Huh? They've got an interesting blood spatter mechanic on there. Although I assume they've only got so many different patterns that as soon as the blood hits the wall, it does like 1 or 2 or 3 different patterns. Yeah, they kind of look. Oh, they're all kind of different. Huh. Well, that's impressive, actually. Like this game, like weirdly.
I think I should be able to. There.
Weird how I run out of threat and transform back when there's no immediate enemies anymore. Yeah, it's kind of weird how this game puts like certain details into some things, but then skims on others. Well, I guess they only had so much to do, and they wanted to have priorities when it came to like how they wanted their game to be presented. So, uh-oh, big open room. You know what that means?
Ludmilla.
Cahal. Tell 80.
No! Please, no!
Oh no, the wife died. Whoever could have seen that coming? Oh man. Alright, anyway. It was kind of like lackluster too. She wasn't even in her like Krynos form. So we didn't even get to see the wife in her werewolf form, so oh well, whatever. And I guess this corporation has werewolves of their own, or maybe they're mass producing werewolves, or maybe they're a rival clan. I don't know. Well, I guess wait. Press R toggle to lock on enemy. Target lock makes it either focus on enemies. Alright, boss time. Oops. Press the wrong button. Is there a block mechanic in this? Or is it just dodging? I got hit by that. Just gotta wait for him to finish the combo. So well, they did mention a black spiral dancer, so. Tiny dancer, da 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 da. Or how the song goes. On a highway. Oh, ah! Press the. What are you doing? Are you healing? Yep, yeah, you were doing something. Frenzy. Press up to trigger the frenzy. Frenzy can be triggered once the fury is at its peak. In Frenzy, the Krynos gets the advantage of each stance, speed and power. Speed and power! However, in Frenzy, the Krynos can't use its special moves nor healing. Once the Fury is depleted, the Frenzy will stop. Okay? So I guess we need our Frenzy. I guess because that's what he did, so we need a Frenzy off. We need a Frenzy off, baby! Frenzy, 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 Frenzy. Button, mash for the win. Button, mash for the win. Must execute. Did he just punch his head into his body, like via King Kong? Or except King Kong just ripped his...
Cahal! Cahal! No. Ludmilla! It's me, Cahal. Listen to me! Cahal, damn it! No. You need to fight the rage. Cahal, let's repeat! Stop it! No! What have I done? Rafik. There's no time to mourn. We need to go.
Just reported back to base. Not that there's anything to report.
No kidding.
Though I guess we've got a special guest coming tonight.
Yeah, an Endron rep, no less. She should be here soon.
You know they're hiring, right? Think you'd ever make the move to Endron? Hey! What the...
All clear, Dusk. We're good to go. 5 years ago, I abandoned the woods of Tarker's Mill. I abandoned my cairn. Endron killed my wife. I gave in to rage. The worm touched my soul. I had to leave my daughter. It was the hardest decision I ever made.
And in other news, Endron is joining the fight against global warming. The energy company today announced that their new biofuel will be hitting the market soon. This revolutionary new formula will be unveiled alongside the opening of their new headquarters in...
This exile was my only choice. I'd become a danger to my pack. I often wonder what's become of them. Of Rodko, of Ava, of 80. This is the closest I've been to Tarker's Mill in 5 years.
Cahal, we're here. You're up.
How much time do we have before they notice the guards on the outside have gone quiet?
They report in by radio every hour. That's our deadline for getting our hands on the explosives and getting out of here.
So they, that mission 5 years ago really went belly up, huh? So shit hit the fan, wife died, he left because he went rage against the machine, and now he's rage against the machine in a different way without his friends. It seems logical. Talk about the plan.
Let's go through the plan again, just to make sure everything's clear.
You've got to swap the delivery label on the crate of explosives intended for Endrin. You do that, and they'll load us up with smiles on their faces. All you've got to do is open the gate to their delivery bay for me. I'll create a diversion while you're exchanging the labels.
Got it. We'll have to play it tight, though. One hiccup and the plan falls through.
We'll have you sneak around back by their storage facility. Security should be pretty thin there, especially if you go through the ventilation ducts.
Just go through the ventilation. I don't want to go through ventilation ducts when I am some type of wolf. Oh, yes.
What do your clients intend to do with them anyway?
The Weatherstormers? They're planning on blowing up a big Magadon pharmaceutical plant.
Good fucking riddance. I know Magadon's methods. They're the scum of the earth.
And guess what? These explosives were originally headed to Endrin, another megacorp of assholes. Stealing from them is just icing on the cake.
Alright. I'm off.
Hey, before you go, are you sure you're up for this, man? You seem kind of stressed out back in the truck.
Well, it's kind of too late now. We've already got a plan and everything. We might as well go through it. He wouldn't understand my darkness and pain. Darkness, cut myself.
I'm fine. Come on, we've got a job to do.
Right. If you need me, I'm just a chirp away. Good luck.
I don't think we're going to be talking to you much because we abandoned our actual family to be with you because we were afraid of hurting them. So I don't think we're going to get friendly with you, even though that's probably the story or whatever. Anyway. Okay, well, let's get to this. So I guess after 5 years, we're still fighting this megacorporation. Apparently our underground efforts haven't been working as efficiently as we would have liked. It's almost like it's just, we're like ants. We're just barely doing anything to them. And if we do enough damage, then they'll notice, and then they'll just pour mercury down our hive and make a statue out of it. That's a thing, actually, by the way. Okay, so let's get up here, I guess. Climb through the vent. Looks like a lot of people. We're gonna kill them, or are we in sneaky mode right now? It seems like this game has two modes. We had to sneak for a while, and then all of a sudden they just say, "Ah, screw it." Okay, and obviously the big red spots are the cameras. Can we do anything with that? Okay. It's all red in here. The rage. The rage. Really? Nothing in here? Huh, that seemed kind of pointless. Alright, whatever. Not even a secret. I wonder if this game has collectibles or anything like that in it. Although, do I care enough to do that? In some games I don't mind doing it, and the others I'm just like, eh. I don't think so. It seems like this game is more based off the hack and slash aspect more than the stealth part. So, as far as that, oh, okay. Just enough to choke a bitch. Oh, and we merge through the so they're not. Well, they are physical textures. It's just I think it's one piece is what this is. That's why we're merging through it. Merge, everybody, merge. Yeah, we even use the same takedown technique, so we don't even have multiple different versions of the takedown technique to at least change it up a bit. Oh well. It's not like we're making a game. Yeah, if he just like shoving them through boxes. Oh, is he? Yeah, he kind of wiggled around a bit before he permanently died. Very humorous.
I'm inside.
I find it and then I get hit by the light. Great. Where's it take? I wonder where it drops me at. 5 years after a 5-year exile, a mercenary contract brings Cahal back close to his home cairn. The object is simple. Get into the arms depot to steal explosives and deliver them to a local eco-terrorist group. Yeah, I can't believe I got caught like right as soon as I opened the door. Come on. Stop the car, Eddie. I've got a ride. Open the door. Or however the line goes. Man, I better not die often. Look how long it takes to load the thing. Yeesh. Then again, I've only got a regular PlayStation 4 that I'm playing this on. I don't have like a Pro or I don't have an SSD drive installed on my system, so. Aw, man, it resets me back here. Well, whatever. It didn't take me that long to get there anyway, so. Can't believe I got caught the last second. Alright. The other problem is I never don't mind dying in the game. It's just if it takes like forever to load, then that's when I get annoyed about dying. If it's like a really quick load back to the wherever, you know, even if I had to walk there, I'm like, oh, all right, I can handle this. But if it takes like, you know, 5 minutes to load the game, then I'm like, oh no. And that's the problem with a lot of more modern games, is because of how graphic intensive some of them are. It takes, or if they're just not optimized well, then it might take a while to load all the assets in. So, is there any reason to, like I said, is there like any reason to like try and sneak around or anything like that? You know, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna play the story. I'll mess with that off screen if it really comes down to it.
I'm inside.
Good. Try to keep a low profile, would you?
Low profile by permanently crouching, thus hurting our backs for years to come. Hey, we're some.
Hendren reached out to me, you know. They're hiring and the pay's pretty good.
I'm sure it is. They're going toe-to-toe with a group of activists right now. Lambda mankind. If I were you, I'd stay here. Keep your head down.
He would keep his head down. Don't get caught. We're gonna kill these people because they've sold their soul to the devil. We're gonna choke them in the same way we always do. Never stray from the basics. No. Oh, we have a sight modifier in here for being caught. So I guess we'll just have to. I assume we don't have to hit him in the head specifically, so we just have to hit him.
Hello there.
Yeah, his eyesight isn't good enough to see down a hallway. No, sir. That's the problem with having like those type of mechanics. You need, for stealth games, you kind of need to have them, but it's almost unrealistic. You're like, wouldn't you see us down that hall quite easily? But whatever. Like I said, you gotta have that man. No, okay. I thought he was gonna turn around and see us. Not that we couldn't take him out pretty easily, even if we did. But I guess he would sound the alarm or something like that if he didn't. So. Open the door. Open the door. I feel like there is really no reason to explore outside of the objective. I mean, if I was designing this game, I would find like.
You hear the new Hendren announcement about their new biofuel? They say they're going green by the end of the year.
The only thing green about that fuel's the label. It's the same shit with new branding, a marketing stunt.
I assume there's not really a reason we can just skip certain people, like so we don't get caught or whatever. I assume there's more crossbow bolts. Tons of people in here. Nope, can't open that. We would get seen if we did, so. I assume after we get a certain length, then we'll just go all werewolf on everyone and just start killing everyone. Because it seems to be. I assume all the missions are going to basically be like that from here on in. Sneak first part, then hack and slash the next part.
They're not running the most attractive operation here.
I mean, they're pumping out weapons for Hendren, not selling timeshares. Looks probably not their priority.
Yeah, I would think so. They've got bigger fish to fry. Like salmon. Or king salmon. No. Yeah, it looks like a lot of the assets kind of get reused, and because you can kind of see like a lot of commonplace stuff in some of the rooms look like they seem similar, and they're just moderately shifted around just to make it look different, but nothing. Which I would do that too if there was a room
I made it to the delivery bay.
Good. See that command post next to the gate? You should be able to open things up for me from there.
I would definitely reuse assets for like areas of the base no one's gonna go into. I'd be like, well, there's no reason to put that much effort into that one just because. Oh, did I auto jump? That was weird. Okay, well anyway. That was a bit odd indeed. Time to shove you through the wall. No, you didn't get shoved through the wall. I'm impressed. Well, there wasn't really anything there to like shove into the wall in the first place though, so. That would have been funny if something just popped up just to get shoved in the wall just because. Oh, he's gonna see me if he. Just keep moving, just keep moving. Take you down. Oh, there's a different a takedown animation. There's 2 of them. Sweet. I knew this game had style. Well then. Surprised they don't have the characters more talking, more just have something to do outside of just stealthing. I don't know, maybe it's just so it doesn't become like the talking stuff doesn't become repetitive or something like that, so they don't have them talk all the time. What are they looking at anyway? Does it look like... Okay, is the light not gonna move? It was like going super slow. It was like it was in molasses. Good thing this thing doesn't require like certain fingerprints or anything like that, or key cards, otherwise we would be in trouble. Luckily it's all just handprints from here.
Dusk, you're up.
On it. Once I've got their attention, you go find what we came for and slap on this fancy new delivery label. Got it?
Got it. I've got it. You got it. I got it.
Alright. But I'm gonna have to search that truck. Then we'll see about that pickup.
Knock yourself out, bud.
Yeah. Well, I assume I'm supposed to go this way. I'm supposed to go to the target, so... I guess he just used his communication skills to get out of, Do we really just kind of go back around? Can I just... I could kill you. I don't care about your wife and family, or whatever you've got. Kind of like in Hitman, where they'll have, like... I forgot what game it was. Was it Hitman, like, the remake or something like that? There was a scene where in Hitman where the guy, he's sneaking around doing stuff, and then, like, he's going through, like, a walkway or whatever, and the guy, he's, like, bypassing a window, and the guy on the phone's like, oh.
According to the intel we received, the crates of explosives should be stored around here.
You know, I'm just gonna skip looking around, just go straight to the objective. The guy's, like, talking on the phone, he's like, oh, what was it, Doc? It's not cancerous or whatever. And he goes, yes, I'm gonna live. Thank you, Doc, and everything. And he goes out to the window. He's like, oh, I gotta call my wife. This is the greatest day of my life. And then to get past the window, you have to grab the guy. So you grab him and throw him off and kill him. It's that dark humor that it's like, oh man, that's just, it's funny, but it's also so bad at the same time, you know.
All right, Dusk. The delivery label's been switched.
It's time for us to get the hell out of Dodge.
Wait, I smell something. Give me a minute to
Would you even
check
know
it
what
out.
the get out of Dodge means? Like in this day and age? Whatever. I know what it means, but threats and penumbra vision. Penumbra vision can be used to detect specific threats, such as silver. Oh no! Susan B. Anthony, quarters are our dollars are our enemy. Almost when you think about it. Do they just have a lot of silver here? Keep the silver rounds to one side for the moment. The client hasn't paid the boss yet. Orlov has ordered that nothing be delivered until the invoice is paid. 657, a lot of units of silver. So they're preparing to fight.
I knew I smelled it. Silver. Whoever ordered this intends to kill Garu. Dusk. They're shipping out silver bullets. You know what that means.
Change of plans?
Change of plans. I need to find out who's buying these bullets and why. Buy me some more time.
It's just that easy to buy you some more time. No more crossbows. Even though this is a place of silver, but for some reason they have crossbow bolts. You know, just they just want to make sure that their enemy or whoever's killing them has enough ammo for his weapon. I know it's a gameplay mechanic. Just sometimes it just seems so silly. But I mean, I guess it makes sense to be in an armament bunker like this, but still, like, it's all bullets. Like, why would you have crossbow bolts? I'm just making fun. I don't actually care. Time to get into wolf form. Oh. It's circle. I actually almost forgot which button was my lupus form. I assume we want to just go through the here, so. I guess we could have... Didn't have to do that, but whatever.
So, who's the lady the boss is meeting with upstairs?
She's from Andrew, here for the special order.
The silver bullets. Who even uses that shit? Is she picking up some golden guns while she's at it?
You know what they say, the client is king, especially when the client's name is Andrew.
In this case, the client would be a queen, because it's... whatever. Yeah, golden gun. I wonder if we're referencing James Bond. What is it called? The man with the golden gun. Whoops. Uh-oh.
Anybody there?
I got seen. Can I just get out of here in time?
Shipment's loaded. How are things on your end?
Shouldn't be much longer.
It looks like being seen doesn't immediately mean you're caught. It just means they'll come over there and check.
Waiting.
Oh, paying, clearly. You're not getting anything until Endrin is paid up. You can tell that to your President Watkins in person.
I don't think you understand what's at stake here.
Oh, I understand that you've just been attacked and you're looking to hit back. I also understand that you need our ammunition to do that. And we've got that ammunition right downstairs, ready and waiting to go as soon as you've paid us. Sorry, Major, but business is business.
Well, fuck you two. Then we'll attack Tarker's Mill without your help. And rest assured, Mr. Watkins will hear about this.
Tarker's Mill. Hey! You and I need to talk.
Who are you? How'd you get in?
I'm asking the questions. Who are you talking to? The woman! And what's this attack on Tarker's Mill?
I'm calling security.
Looks like we're finally getting some action.
Bollocks! Security! Alert!
I was wondering what would happen if you... I bet you could just let the conversation roll and then you would get attacked, but you can... I think if you say short timber, I think it just cuts the scene straight to combat instead of, like, talking to the guy. That one lady kind of looked like, what was her name from Metal Gear Solid 2? Not Olaf or Olaf or whatever. I forgot what her name was. So, like, you end up having to take, like, Snake ends up having to take care of her daughter later on in the franchise. Yeah, she was in the. It was the same design. But I guess that might be just based off standard, because it looks like standard Russian military or whatever.
Tarker's Mill, my old cairn. Adana. I have to go back.
Oh, now we have a skill tree system? Spirit points and skill tree. Press the touchpad. Cahal will gain experience. Their missions are by finding spirits. Unlock new abilities through a skill tree. Oh, do we find spirits by using the penumbra vision while we're walking around? So maybe that's why we need to explore like certain other areas. That kind of makes sense, actually. I think the game did say something about trying to find spirits, so I wonder if I missed some. Nah, whatever, that's not that big of a deal, so. Well, I think I'm trying to decide if I want to wait till we finish this area and then call it an episode.
Dusk.
What the fuck are you doing, Go? I just had to pop a couple guards who wanted to put a bullet in my head. Get the fuck back here already.
Sorry, but I didn't have a choice. Keep the engine running. We're out of here as soon as I get back.
Well, I did get enraged. Why is the thing flashing? Oh, it's a spirit. Well, how do you... Okay. Spirits and experience. Collecting spirits will grant Cahal spirit points to improve his skills. Okay, so if it's flashing, it means I can penumbra vision it or whatever. So, press up to take a sip on a flask. Cahal will grow his rage each time he gets drunk. He gets. It's like my dad. Every time he puts ice in a glass of water every morning, and then he gets mad. You know, I think this is a good place to stop. It seems like a good middle point. So, all right, that's it for Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood, or whatever it's called. interesting game, I think. It definitely has some weird, like, graphical kind of situations. I mean, the idea of obviously werewolves fighting like corporations because they're fighting against Gaias. I think that is from Werewolf the. I thought it was called Werewolf the Apocalypse, that White Wolf game. It's the same concept. I think it's like werewolves are basically crazy, you know, Greenpeace or whatever, those almost eco terrorists, depending on how you look at it, because they're, you know, destroying the planet and everything like that. So, but it's a isolated story. So, basically, it seems like it's okay, is how I'm feeling right now. Like, I'm not feeling, oh, this is great, or oh, this is super bad. It's just okay. So, that's probably my feelings on this game in general, especially when we get to the end. I bet I'll find the experience okay, and nothing too fantastic. There might be like a couple of cool scenes every once in a while, but I feel like I'll just be an okay game down the line. I might play it a bit more. I don't know if I'll do a Let's End This or not. I'm not as interested. I guess we'll see how long the game is overall. So, hope you enjoyed this first impressions video and gave you an idea of what the game's like if you want to play it for yourself or save some money or your time and play something else. But I guess I'll leave it here. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next game.